Hi everybody, it's Laura. I'm going to get a few things out and let's see what we can put on the bead mat today. Okay, so here's what I have out. I have a 19-inch piece of Coreana chain. I'm trying to remember which box this is. I think it's Peach Sorbet. I have my one of my pendants I have not used yet. I have one of the tiny little 18 karat gold plated bales. I have some of the peach jade beads, crystals, and then I have some of the strawberry quartz. And I have them just laid out. I might get more out. I also have some of the 2x1 millimeter crimp tubes, and I have the clamshells. We are going to put together this necklace, and I also have the 18 karat gold plated clasp that came. I did not have a large jump ring that was gold plated, but I do have the 4mm 18 karat gold plated jump rings that I got from BB Craft. So I'll be using that to attach it and then take this jump ring as my clasping. So let's go ahead and do this. The very first thing is I'm going to lay this off to the side. I'm going to go ahead. I need one more of those actually. And we're going to fasten our bail to our pendant and get that done. Just like that. You hear that click click. And now we are going to put our bail right on our Coreana chain. Now I am going to look for the center of my Coreana chain. By cutting 19 inches, that gives me a little bit of leeway for making mistakes. The very first thing that I do want to do is I don't want beads up against where my pendant is. So I'm going to take two of my crimp tubes. I'm going to spill me out a little pile because we're going to use some. And I want one on each side. Oops, let's just lay them down. Pick them up with a Coreana chain, just like that. One for that side. One for this side. And I'm going to bring it down to there. Scoop my beads out of the way a little bit. And I think right about there is where I would want my beads to be at the very bottom. So I'm going to come in and just squash right about there. And flatten that crimp bead out. I'm going to center my my pendant, lay it like this, and I'm going to come over here and kind of eyeball this and right about there and give it a press. And it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. Now I've gone through and made sure that all of these beads fit on my Coreana chain. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to pick up 4 of the strawberry quartz. Some are darker than others, so I'm going to put, actually I wanted one of these first. And 4 strawberry quartz. And I'm going to vary the light between the dark. And this one over here has a lot of dark, so I'm going to kind of play around with that a little bit. So I have 4 over here. Oops. I kind of twisted my stuff around a little bit. So it kind of looks like that. I may turn him around so he's nestling down instead of up. And I'm going to do the same on this other side. I want one of these peach jade crystals. And sometimes the quartz are a little thicker than other sides, and that's okay. And I think we'll put another peach jade on each side. I like that. I like that. I like the 3, but maybe I want to go 5. Let me get some more of this peach jade. Get a few more out of here. Maybe put the chain away while I'm right here. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that these don't float up into the next pile or the next ones come floating down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay these sideways. And I'm going to scoot this bead down to right about there. I'm going to put one of the crimp beads on here and do likewise. And they're about the same. We're going to, whoops, everything's magnetized, so I'm going to flatten that one. I'm going to make sure everything is centered again. And I'm going to bring him down just a little bit and flatten that one. And now we're going to go ahead and string on let's get one over there and like that. Yeah, let's get like that. There we go. Let's do those. So we're going to put, just like we did, actually I was kind of wanting 5, wasn't I? I already have a really flat one. Let's go with that one. Okay. So we're going to do that. And we're going to go this one, a light colored one. These have fairly good size holes in them, so they string really well on the Coreana chain. And then we'll put like that. Kind of looking to see how I put those on. So if you're interested in Bead Box bargains or bargain Bead Box, I do have a coupon code. It is down below. It'll save you $2 off your first month subscription. And you will, it's $23 a month. Get all kinds of beads and findings, and it's a kind of like a surprise. And that is gorgeous. I love that. Very pretty. I like that. So, and it comes directly to your door. That includes shipping. And I am going to put another crimp bead up here. The link and everything is down below. And after this video is up a little bit, I will also put it in a pinned comment. So you don't have to forget or try to remember the coupon code, which is all capital letters, Dragonfly with a number 2. I'm just going to come up here and crimp right here. I just don't want these beads to float up too far into the necklace. That way, you know, when you're done watching the video, if you decide, oh gosh, I really do want to join, and what was that code? It'll be in the pinned comment. Of course, you know, if I'm really busy, it may take me a little bit to get to it, but, you know, it's always in the description also. And always, I enjoy having you here and commenting and watching. We're going to flatten it there. There we go. Now we are going to go ahead and close this off. Coreana chain is wonderful. I love beading on it. And you can use clamshell covers on it. Sorry about the flint. And these little crimp beads and crimp tubes, you just want to be real careful not to get too close to the end or the chain will break. So you want to put your crimp bead on, take a hold of it, bring it really close to the end, but you want to leave a little bit, and just mash your crimp bead or crimp tube down. And I'm going to kind of make sure it's on there good. Give it a tug test. Usually if it fails, it's my fault. And I'm also going to tug test. I'm going to close that crimp or clamshell around the crimp. We're going to give the clamshell a little bit of a hug. Don't want to go too hard or you'll bend it. And then here we're going to mash the two pieces together. And we're going to do the same on this side. And then picking up, oops, there we go. Doing the same on this side. Bring it up again, close to the end. Give it a good flatten. I want to mash that down. It's on there good. Pull it up. Tug test. Fold it over. He's a little wonky, so I'm going to straighten him up. Give him a better little hug. Smash them together. Now we're going to go ahead and put our jump ring on. But I want to take this jump ring off. That will be our clasping ring. So we want to find, there it is. Oh, that is kind of thin. Is it tight? Oh yeah, it's sturdy. We're just going to go ahead and put it on. Close it up. You do want to push it together. Hear that click click where it's rubbing. I am going to check it. I'm going to bring this over. It's not quite closed. I may use one of my own jump rings, guys, because it did pull open. And this is too nice of a piece to have fail. And try it again. Okay, that stayed. Okay. Now let's go ahead and put this together. Sometimes jump rings fail, sometimes they're really good. Last thing I want to have happen is a customer to lose their piece. There we go. I have been to shows and have people say, oh, I'm including an extra jump ring in case one, comes open. And, as a jewelry maker, I'm thinking myself, well, if that comes open, I'm going to pull on that again. You see how that's opening? No, not happening, not happening. I'm getting a better jump ring. If that comes open, I'm going to be very heartbroken because I've already lost the piece and that spare jump ring just is not going to do me any good. You know what I'm saying? I'd be lucky if it came open and I was able to not completely lose my piece. So, yeah, I'm glad I double checked that after I put it together. It just seemed to be awful, awful thin. There we go. I try to get at least 20 gauge, if not 18 gauge jump rings. Sometimes chain is really tiny and you need a smaller jump ring, but So there you go. Very pretty. I love it. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this. It was fairly quick, 20 minutes. Should we do some earrings, guys, to go with it? What do you guys think? Can we come up with some earrings using some of these? And what else do we have in there? These. I think we can. And we'll even hang them from Coreana chain. Have you guys done that? Let me get the smaller piece and get 2 of these. Let's make some earrings to go with it. I want something on the top of them. How about putting those under these? I think that will look nice. Okay, so we need 2 head pins. And I'm going to take and pick up one of these, and oh, I was going to put them on Coreana chain. What am I doing? Okay, scratch that. So I'm going to take my Coreana chain and I'm going to put one of these on the very end of it. We'll cut the Coreana chain here in a second. And I'm going to crimp this little bead right here on the very end of that Coreana chain. Just like that. Just like that. And I may trim that just a tiny, tiny bit. Don't want to trim it off too much, guys. I just want to take that sharp little point off. Yep, I took too much off. I should have trimmed it first because it had a pokey out point, and I don't want that to stab somebody. So if you have a pokey out point, trim that off first. Okay, now let's do that again. There we go. Flatten, smush, smush. It should be on there. It is. And now, let's measure this. Because we're putting this, and well, those two probably equal that. So let's go up to about here. I want my clippers. Let's cut this because we can trim it down if we have to. So I want to make 2 pieces that length. There we go. So I need 2 pieces that length. And I just lost my second piece. Okay, we're going to put a crimp bead on the very end of this one, just like we did the first one. It is nice flush cut. There we go. I am going to mash it down. Give it a tug test. All right, so I'm going to put one of these little, gosh, I can't remember what they were called. And I don't have my paper next to me. I know they'll go through there. There we go. Sometimes there's a little bit of thickness and you have to kind of go back and forth. It'll go down over. Then we're going to put one of these jade on. I feel like you're right down on top of the table. And then a light quartz and a dark quartz. Let's go a light quartz, whoops. Dark quartz. Like that. And we're going to go ahead and put on another crimp bead. We're going to drop it down. And we're going to go ahead and crimp it. Let it have a little bit of room, but not a whole lot, and just crimp. And then we're going to go ahead, put our clamshell on. Oh, I was putting it through the loop. It's like, why is it not coming out? Pick up another crimp bead. And then we're going to bring it up here. And then we're going to smash that down. I'm trying to stay away from that because that's not very good. It may not hold. So let's go ahead and check. It's on there tight. Bring it up. Close. Give a little hug. Smash them together. That earring's done except for putting it on a ear wire. There's that. I went with the light colored one. Then the dark colored one. And then I put another crimp bead on. I'm going to bring this up just a titch and then mash it. Put our clamshell on. And crimp bead, bring it up to the end. Leave a little tail, smash. Check that. Now somewhere I have some 18 karat gold ear wires. Let me see if I can find them. And I have them. They're 18 karat gold plated. So I figured, seems how everything else with this set is, that way we will do these also. I'm going to open these and put them on directly to the ear wire. Oh my gosh, I love these. So there's that one. And these are dangly. Yes. And there we are. Oh, I got the hiccups. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, I love this set. How adorable. Now, I'm not making a bracelet because I have a bracelet that actually is almost identical to this. So let me get all these down here. Get all these down here. Oh goodness, here comes the hiccups. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this. Love each and every one of you. Bye guys.